Welcome to the kitchen, not the craft room today. Today we're going to be making some flatbreads. I don't know about you, but if you've been to the circus, there's lovely smells all over the place with different foods that are on sale. I thought we'd do a different kind of bread that we could wrap a hot dog in, or even better, a bit of curry or something like that. Great on its own though, with a bit of hummus for a dip. Online then you'll find a crib sheet with a list of things that you need and how to do it. If you'd like to get hold of those, they're on there somewhere. Okay, this is what we need. Some plain flour. There it is, mine's in a bag to keep it safe. You need some salt, just ordinary table salt. You need some oil. Any kind of oil will do. I'm using sunflower oil today. You can use vegetable oil or olive oil. And you'll also need a little bit extra for cooking in a bit. That's all the ingredients we're going to use, apart from some water. 100 mils of water, it's not a lot, and it needs to be a little warm, so either put cold water into the microwave to warm it through just a little bit, or a little bit out of the kettle after it's boiled. You're also going to need a big bowl, some measuring scales, there's mine, and measuring spoons. We need to do 1/4 of a teaspoon of something, some tongs to do the turning, and a nice frying pan, and of course access to the cooker. That's going to go over there. I'm going to move this lot out of the way for starters, and we'll begin. Really easy, quick flatbread to do, really tasty and a nice change from other stuff you get. Okay, we're going to need 200 grams of plain flour. You don't need to sieve it or sift it or anything else, just pop it in your bowl. 200 grams. Mm-hmm. 215, typical. Let me take some of that out. Hang on, 200, there we go, yay. Don't need, well, I'm going to need that later on just to sprinkle my surface with, so I'm going to put that over there. Now we need 1/4 of a teaspoon, that's a little baby one that I've got here. Okay, 1/4 of a teaspoon of just normal table salt. Now this comes out here pretty quickly. Whoop. And it goes. That's done with, you can go over there. Into this, I'm just going to mix my water. Let's take the scales from underneath it. We don't need those anymore. Just going to dribble my water in. Just a little bit at a time and get my washed hands in there. Okay. Now then, we're going to make a dough, and doughs are pretty sticky sometimes, and you can get really mucky hands. So I'm going to give you a tip on what you need to do if you want to clean your hands. Don't do it down the sink, because all that's going to do is block your sink. Okay, because when I was a little girl, we used to make food like this with flour and water, and it blocks the sink. So what you do, if you want to clean your hands, get a little bit of extra flour in the palm of your hands, go to the bin and rub it off. Okay, that's all that water in there. Now I'm going to put my oil in there, so nice and sticky. Lovely. Okay, we need 2 tablespoons full of oil. Now this might not be the healthiest of breads, but it's good, tastes good. So 2 tablespoons, there's 1, there's 2. And now again, I'm going to get my hands in there. Yum. And what we're aiming at is to get all this kneaded and brought together. And we're aiming to have a nice, soft dough, not too wet, not too dry. If it feels too dry, but it's not coming together, you might need to put a little bit of extra water in it. If it's too wet, then you might need to put a little extra sprinkle of flour in, but not too much. Okay, there we go. Can you see my bowl has come together now? That's nice and clean. So I'm going to take it out of my bowl, move my bowl over there, and I've got a little chopping board just because I don't like cleaning my surface. Little tiny bit of sprinkling of flour on there and on my hands, because now what we're going to do is knead this. And to knead something, use the heel of your hand. Where's my hand? There, that bit of your hand. And what you do is you push down and fold back. Push down and fold back. Push out and fold it back. And you're going to keep doing this for a little while. Okay, push down, fold back. And the longer you can do this, the better your bread's going to be. Okay, they do recommend something like 5 minutes, because what we're doing now is stretching the fibres of that bread. Do you know that's not really working? I'm going to go and clean my surface, it's fine. There we go. Push down, pull in. Push down, pull in. And away we go. These would be great cooked on a campfire. If you've got a little camp table where you can do your kneading like this, you can actually make these on a campfire. In fact, get the dough to where we got it, and then everybody can have their own little bit and do this hard work. Okay, I can feel mine beginning to give a bit. Keep moving it round, otherwise it'll stick to the table and that, or your surface, and that wouldn't be good. Okay, keep pushing and pulling and pushing and pulling. Oh, it feels good. I can feel it getting warm as well. Okay, now then, we're going to need to cut these off. This little bit of dough will make 4 bits of bread. So what I'm going to do is half it, and I'm going to half it again, because that's how we make quarters. Half and half again. Okay, and this little bit is going to get kneaded again. And what I need to do now is to get this nice and thin. Now you could use a rolling pin, but where's the fun in that? I'm going to keep using my fingers like you do with Play-Doh or plasticine. And I'm stretching it out and shaping it like that. Oh, I've always fancied doing the bit thing with the pizza dough, you know, when they twist it and throw it and stretch it. Never had the courage though. Had enough tossing pancakes. Here we go. Oh, that's looking good. There we go. Let's bulge it out a bit more. That one over there. Do another one. Oh. Okay. Now I have been told, I've not tried this before, you can cook this in a different way. You make it really, really thin and cut it into triangles or strips. Put a little bit of olive oil on it and fry it for longer. They go crispier, so they become more like a burrito. If you fancy trying that with one, that would be interesting. You just need to cook it longer than you do your flatbread. They don't look very much like bread at the minute, do they? But believe me, when they're done, when they're cooked, they'll be wonderful. Okay. That's a smaller one. That's okay. I'm going to leave that there. Right, remember what I said about cleaning your hands? I'm not going to my bin, but I'll do it here. And you do rub it together and get all that off. There we go. Oh, that feels good. Do it in the bin though. Right, now I can go and wash those. That'll be good. Back in a minute. Right. Now this is where you're going to need to have some adult help, because we're going to be using the frying pan. I'll turn the camera so you can see my cooker. There it is. Okay. You're not going to be able to get you any closer though. I'm going to put my cooker on, and we're going to put a little bit of oil in there just to get it going. And we need that pan to be nice and hot. Okay. And what we're going to do is to drop our bread into the oil and let it cook for a bit. We don't want that much oil that it's going to spit. We just need a little bit. I'm tasting this already. Get that pan nice and hot. Mine's got a little red circle in it that goes, oh, you can see my body now. There you go, you haven't seen my face yet. Hi. No, it's not ready yet. There you go, then I've just put it in. So what I'm going to do is cook it up and see what happens. Now, just a little bit of information. If you wanted to, you could make these like this. The mixture should make 4 small flatbreads. And what you can do is put little bits of greaseproof paper between them, and you can stick them in the freezer, and they'll keep in the freezer, and you just take them out and cook it off from frozen. Again, it takes just a little bit longer to cook, but they taste just as good. So I can imagine these being cooked on an open fire as well at camp. That could be a fun activity to do when we get to go camping again. Okay. So there we go, stretching it out and flattening it down. Oh, this one's going to be a nice size one. I think my other one might be another baby one. Never mind. Not going to play with that one anymore. Oh, get the fresh flour, not the flour that you've just wiped off your hands, you dirty girl. Wouldn't be good, would it? Somebody be eating bits of me. More clean flour, there we go. Oh, I can hear that sizzling away in that pan. I'll go and turn it over in a minute. What you'll find is as you're cooking them, they'll go pale, but they'll have little bits of brown on them, like brown spots. thinner. There you go. Oh, wow. Looking good. I will show you it in a minute, honestly. I hope you enjoy making these and your family enjoy eating them. Please do upload your photographs onto the website, onto the Facebook page so we can see them. Let me know what you think. Give them a big thumbs up if you really enjoyed them. And I'll show you this. What am I going to put it on? Hang on a minute. Oh. There we go. One nice flatbread. Just needs to cool off a little bit, but that looks yummy. I'm going to enjoy that in a bit with a bit of dip. Don't forget to show me pictures of yours. Where is it? There you go. And don't forget to tidy the mess up once you've finished. Okay, enjoy cooking. Happy day. See you soon. Bye.